everybody. Welcome to Katie Moonchild's World. I'm Katie, and this is Saturday Solutions. We're here to see if we can find a solution for today's topic, which is finding the hidden truth. So much AI out there. We have prime ministers, leaders of countries with six fingers. We have people who don't blink right, and we have people with no shadow in the back. What is the truth? Let's find out. Got to get down here and look at the cards. So let me switch cameras and we'll get this reading started. I am so glad you're here. All right, welcome to my table. Let me tell you a little bit about the cards that we are looking at here. You'll probably notice, those of you who come to my live streams will recognize this deck. But if you're new here, this is an affirmations deck. It's a little bit different. It's the Take What You Need affirmations deck. I apologize for the light. It's really difficult to get it to show everything without having a lot of glare. So I will do my best. Okay. We are also using the Therapets over here. Therapets deck by Kate Allen, as well as finding our guidance to stay in the moment over here with our Present Moment Reminder deck by Eckhart Tolle. I don't know about you guys, but this weekly call message from Mr. Tolle seems to really hit me deep. I don't know about you guys, because I pull cards from that twice a day. Once in the morning to stay in the moment, and once at night to help me calm down and get in the moment again so I can go to sleep. Doesn't always work lately, but hey, it's the best thing I can think of. So if you're ready, let's get started. We're going to start out. I'm going to tell you the underlying energy of the reading, which is the bottom card of the deck after I shuffled. And that says that there's a lot of glare here. Yeah, there's a lot of glare. Let me put it, I'll be right back. Let me fix that. Sorry about that. Much better now. Boy, I tell you, the bottom card of the deck, which is the underlying energy of the deck, says any challenges you're facing can be overcome. You know, those mountains, my goodness, some are taller than others. Some you can go around, some you can go over, and some you're going to have to go through. Any challenges you're facing can be overcome. So keep that in mind as we go through this reading and we find out what is the truth behind the situation that you're looking for truth in. It's up to you guys, okay? It's telling us, don't wait for luck to find you. Go out and make your own. Oh my goodness. Are you relying on the truth to come from others for validation of your own inner truth? That won't ever find you. You'll always be looking for that. That is a bottomless pit. Your validation, see these, I don't know if you can see them, but you probably can. There's little hearts down here. Follow your heart, not your luck. For one thing, I don't believe in luck. I believe you make it. Don't wait for it to happen. You have to do it. It's your life. You're the one who's in charge of it. Why are you waiting for a hero when whatever hero you're waiting for has no idea what you want or need? Especially if it's a human being type hero. Who are you waiting to rescue you? The only person that's going to rescue you is you. But you can't do that if you don't know the truth. So, this card is telling us that the truth behind this particular situation is the very fact that you have to trust you. You have to trust your intuition, and you have to trust your own personal experience and knowledge. How does this affect me? Do your best to stay grounded and in touch with your own growth. Wow. It's a powerful card. I also see stay in touch with the seasons, because it's a pumpkin. We're just getting ready to plant things like that. And stay in sync with the moon's cycle. You don't know the best times to plant if you don't pay attention to the moon cycle, to the weather, to the soil conditions and the temperature outside, as well as the humidity and a lot of other factors. So the best thing that you can do is stay in touch with the earth, stay grounded, and stay in touch with your own growth. Stop worrying about what your next door neighbor is doing or what your best friend should be doing and isn't doing, because what you've been shown, obviously they haven't been shown that, and they need to learn a lesson. Sometimes having the gift of knowledge or the knowing can work very much against you. So it pays to be the observer. It's best to stay grounded and in touch with your own growth, not someone else's. They'll stumble through their way. They're on their path. You're not. You're on yours. Focus on you. Why has this truth been hidden from me? Why have I been made to feel like I can't do this myself? I need somebody else to show me the way. Because you're exactly where you were meant to be at this moment. You're only shown what you need to see to help you deal with the situation or the challenge at hand. All of these are different kinds of plants that most people who have a well-landscaped garden or yard, they look at all three of those. There's a couple kinds of clover in there and a dandelion in the background. They look at all of those as weeds in their lawn. When what's actually, is there a symptom of a bigger situation? The lawn is needing, if you got clover popping up, your lawn needs more nitrogen. That's why the clover is there. It makes nodules of nitrogen on its roots. If you have dandelions showing up in spots on your lawn, it's because that particular spot is very hard. The ground is hard, and needs to be broken up. Dandelion roots are strong and relentless. It is their job to break up rock-hard ground so the mycelium can grow through it, and thus plants like clover to provide more nitrogen for whatever other plants that need to grow there for a harvest. So, even if you're feeling like you're weighed down with a lot of weeds, or maybe maybe when you go on a journey and you walk through a field of wildflowers, you look down and you look at them really, really close. What are most of the wildflowers we really kind of love and enjoy? Some people, they're weeds to be gotten rid of. So stop and think about that next time you look at a dandelion. Each one of those seeds is a new beginning and a new rock-hard piece of ground that is made ready for a beautiful piece of clover to feed and grow and bloom, so that eventually that lawn will fill in that hole, believe it or not. If it doesn't, clover's green unless it's blooming. And the only thing you've got to worry about if clover is blooming is if you walk in your lawn with bare feet, you might step on a bee. But there's hazards in everything. You're exactly where you need to be right now. Don't look at tomorrow. Don't look at yesterday. If you look at tomorrow, look at the 24 hours like tomorrow. Not a year down the road, 2 years down the road, that kind of tomorrow. Me, I'm planning for the heat coming in. Or now, I'm planning for the heat to go out by the time you guys get this video. As I'm recording it, I'm waiting for the heat to arrive. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. So yes, I record this reading early instead of I don't always do it on Saturday mornings. I posted at midnight Saturday morning. When am I supposed to record it? Anyway, finally our last card here. How do I deal with this new information? You're getting this truth now that you've been asking for. Are you ready for it? Look at the big picture before you react. There's a reason why things are happening the way they're happening. It's because they affect more than just you. And together, all of our needs are being manifested. Stop and think about that. What a gigantic, ginormous job that is. No wonder we need guides and angels and all kinds of beings to help us through all this. Because maneuvering on this journey all by ourselves is virtually impossible. It would be like diving off the rings of Saturn and trying to swim down to Earth without getting caught up in any kind of a comet or Jupiter or Mars on your way. Or being frozen to death because there is no temperature in absolute zero. Here you can't look at the minute, oh, how is this affecting me? You will last a matter of seconds if you do. But if you look at it as though, oh, I'm home, let's swim through the cosmos and look at the big picture and look at it all. There you go. You'll see all kinds of answers. You'll be shown answers from inside you. Like you're watching a movie out there in the cosmos. So let's recap a little bit before we dive into these other two cards. First card was, what's the truth behind the situation? The truth behind this situation is nobody's going to come and rescue you. You got to rescue yourself. So if you want to know what is the truth you're being told, it's up to you to do the research necessary to see what's the truth and what is not the truth. And with AI, that's a tricky one to even research. just really depends on trusting your sources as well. Understanding that as we go through life and through all of this in the weeks to come, any challenges that you're facing, you can overcome. Here's another card you need to see. You know how hard it is to learn how to roller skate? Try ice skating. Don't rush yourself. There's joy in the journey. Stop looking at the destination and look at the seeds of what you're planting here. That's how it's going to affect you. You being your own hero, how that is going to affect you is that you will have a tendency to want to be cocky and arrogant, and other times you're going to feel very vulnerable, like your feet aren't underneath you. So this card is telling us to stay grounded and in touch with our own growth, not others, not the growth of those around us, not who might be telling the truth and who might be lying to us. The responsibility in the end lies with the person receiving the information. As card readers, that's what we rely on. Do you think it's fun to deliver bad news to a person? But yet we must do that. Because if we don't do that, the person doesn't have the opportunity to deal with what might happen, to see if they can change the outcome of the cards. And that is 100% possible. As long as you're aware. So do your best to stay grounded and in touch with your own growth, because it's your butt you're going to be saving. And in the process, others will follow. It's not up to you always to turn around and pull people with you. Sometimes they need to voluntarily follow. And here, why is this hidden truth been kept from me? Why is this truth that nobody else can rescue me but me? Why has that been held from us? Because we needed to learn it for ourselves. Because we are exactly where we're meant to be right now. In this stage, in this walk in our lives. Some of us are the clover that plant nitrogen in the soil to feed the plants and the trees. And some of us are the dandelions that break up that hard soil so that the clover can feed it with the nitrogen. It's a symbiotic relationship in many, many ways. That's all nature is a matter of let me do this for you while you provide this for me. And this is how our new civilization is going to need to work. We need to understand that everyone is equal, and we all are a part of symbiosis. We all are meant to be strictly in the moment. Past is over, future hasn't come yet. If you are doing what is good and kind for yourself and for the earth and for the greater good, you won't need to worry about what's going on in the future because you're not there. You're in the moment. That's all you're guaranteed in the first place. That's why it's happening to you. We are so involved with focusing on the future and providing light for a better future. How many of us are missing those beautiful, small, gorgeous details of the moment? So how do you deal with this new information? This knowledge of knowing you are the only one that can fix your life. There's a difference between knowing that intellectually and really feeling that. You're going to have a draw and a pull to want to see the bigger picture. Not how it affects you, but the whole big picture. Before you even think about how you should react or what you should do. But in the moment, after you've really looked in depth and observed, dive deep. Go for a swim in the cosmos. See if you can breathe. See how far you get. There's a challenge for you. Now, you might have to do that in your dreams. But there you go. That's how you deal with information. Sometimes you have to sort out what the truth is and what isn't the truth in your dreams. Believe me, if it's a lie, it'll show really, really weird in your dreams. So think about that way too. Now, how do we stay in the moment, Mr. Tolley? Since it is such an important part of this reading is knowing we are our own. Well, that sounded interesting. We are our own heroes because it's our moment. Seize it. Take it. He says, can you allow the moment to be without imposing any thought on it? Become aware of the space of now rather than the content. Look at the space. Don't look what you can fill it up with or what it has been filled up with for you. Just enjoy the space because that's where now resides. Be aware of the space of now rather than the content. How are we supposed to know the truth? There it is, right there. Become aware of the space of now rather than the content, rather than where they're taking you with the information. How is it affecting you now? If it's not, brush it aside. You may want to try to plan for the future in every little thing that can go wrong, or how many of us prepare for a future where everything can go right? You can't prepare for things you don't know are going to happen. So all you can do is live your best life and trust you're protected and that things happen for a reason. And I don't know how else to impart that because trust is a very personal thing, and it's a difficult thing to learn on your own. I'm going to go ahead and put this card here. Since it's about challenges, our biggest challenge is staying in the now. Don't get caught up in the past or lost in the future. Stay in the now. Now, not what happened 2 years ago. Now, what can we do now? What's affecting me right now? What is affecting my community, my town, this world, this earth right now? And what do our wonderful critters around us have to tell us? Sometimes it feels like the horrible feeling will never end. But it's important to hold on and wait it out because it never lasts. You know, you guys, the one thing you can count on in this life, nothing stays the same. If you wait long enough, it will always change. How it changes, you have some control over. You are not a victim in this life. The things that happen to you happen because of choices that you made or choices you chose to remove yourself from. But understand that if you remove yourself from a choice, you're making a choice not to make one. So everything in your life that happens to you, around you, and about you is about a choice you made somewhere along the line. I am a firm believer that there are no absolute victims in this world except for babies and children. The rest of us kids, we're fair game. So if you want to keep in touch with your innocence, you want to protect it, stay in touch with your inner child. You'll find that strong person that's there that you thought, wow, I'm lucky to find this. I'm lucky to find this part of me. But that part of you has always been there. You just never looked before. You were always waiting for somebody else to do it for you. And now you can't. So, I thank you guys. This has been a very interesting reading. Thank you for being here with me. It's been a little different kind of reading. Hang in there. The only way you lose in this is if you give up and don't try. Or you try to do it all by yourself. So find your tribe. Hang with us. Join this channel. Subscribe. I don't have a join. I don't monetize. So subscribe. Hang out with us. We're a pretty good group of people. You're more than welcome here. And join me for my live stream on Tuesdays at 8:30 in the morning Pacific, right here where you are right now. We'll see you next time. You guys understand. I hope you do when I tell you not to worry, please, because together we will thrive.